What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Micah. How you guys feeling? Hopefully you guys are good. If not, we are going to work through it. Don't you worry. Just listening for this reading. It's going to be on the Capricorn, as you see by the title of this video. However, this can be generalized for the people that sit next to a Capricorn that might be also watching this video. Let's see what we got for you guys. We're going to be doing a deck of 8 for you guys that haven't seen my videos. Okay, so choose your intention, right? Whatever it is, make sure that you guys are doing it with the purest intentions, right? Because if you don't do it out of your soulness of your heart and because you actually want it and because you're seeking to gain, I don't want to say that, look, I'm not saying that you can't get rewarded for things that you do. But if you're going strictly for the reward, or if you're going for the benefits of the craft instead of actually, focusing on the craft, what that's going to happen is you're going to lose interest in the craft itself eventually, right? And then you're going to find other things that's going to be able to replace that craft, which that's why initially, instead of wasting time, you might as well build up. You can always receive financial growth or happiness, joy from anything that you do, right? It's just a matter of how you apply it. But the intentions that you do behind it actually bring out a big difference, right? So if you guys gonna do anything, make sure that you're choosing your intentions wisely. Just like relationships, right? You're not gonna really want to get with somebody for benefits of that person, because what if you don't necessarily like the person? Then it's gonna feel so much more pressure. Then the value that you was trying to gain from it becomes so much less, right? So just make sure you guys are choosing your intentions wisely, or make sure that you guys are following true intentions instead of things that you could benefit from that craft. But focus on the situation itself. God never dies, therefore I cannot die. A symbol of God's omnipresence and the perpetual existence of the human spirit, right? The human spirit doesn't die, right? The organs might fail of our human bodies, of our human flesh, but the human spirit doesn't die. I want you guys to take this into consideration when it comes down to feeling like, when you're feeling like you're fatigued and drained and things like that. These are all like spirit feelings, because it's your soul that might feel that way, or sorry, it's your body that might feel that way, but it's your soul that really, you can control that in a sense, and what it means is, moving forward, what I want the Capricorns and anybody else who's watching these videos specifically, but specifically Capricorns, what I want you guys to do is, moving forward, remember that you're a human being, but you're a spirit. You know what I mean? You're a spirit. So when it comes down to things that you feel like you can accomplish, or the things that you feel like, but even when you have feelings towards somebody, right? These are all human. Like, okay, you have a love connection. You have, you might hate somebody or whatever. These are all like feelings of the human body. Your spirit, though, is way beyond that, So I want you guys to remember this, because knowing that we are a spirit inside of a human body, and remembering that and detaching ourselves from the regular, oh, I'm just a human type of vibe, it allows you to conquer multiple things at once. You know what I mean? It allows you to see life differently. It allows you to step into your gifts more, because you understand that your powers, you are very powerful, right? So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Kind of like somebody that's like on like some Marvel movie or some superhero movie. It's like that, right? You not got to be cocky or arrogant about yourself, but you can more so move through life with confidence, right? Because you know that you have a lot of power. If you're a spirit which doesn't die, only the body or the flesh deteriorates and no longer works, but your spirit doesn't die. So anything that your soul wants, that is your spirit talking, right? All right, next one we have is peace, right? So my Capricorns, you guys might be seeking out peace, right? Peace is one of the biggest things of a human life, because even when you die, they say rest in peace. These are one of the biggest things. Like, this is what everybody seems to want. Even when people work hard and we think that they're working hard for something, that something is going to bring them peace. It's like, for an example, let's say somebody lives somewhere it rains a lot, right? And they used to ride on a bicycle. Sometimes people complain and say they have to ride in the rain, so they go out and buy themselves a car. They didn't necessarily want a car because they wanted a car. They wanted a car to keep them from the rain, or to be able to carry groceries more. It's just things like that we have to look into when it comes down to it. Because when it comes down to peace, the reason why you're working so hard, or reason why you're gaining things that you want, It's actually to bring peace and, you know, comfortability to probably your home. You're probably trying to grow up your house, probably trying to put a, you know, wash and dryer. You're probably trying to get a swimming pool. You're probably trying to get all these different things for convenience sake, right? This could be something else. This could be your relationship. You're trying to get married. You're trying to get settled down. You're not trying to go about because you're trying to have peace in your relationship, right? So it's different things, but peace came out for you guys, so just keep that in mind. I read cards differently, if you guys notice, so it's just how I read cards, how I'm comfortable reading them. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We have independence, right? So it says independence comes with hard work, right? Being independent, and it does take hard work. Nobody's saying that to gain independence you have to like, well, no, I want to say this. Nobody's saying you have to like lose a limb or, you know, sacrifice your whole life or things like that. But it just comes from working strategic too. Like when you start working hard in anything you do, you begin to work smarter because eventually you're gonna start picking up details that others probably didn't. You know, so it's important to really look into certain things, right? Like for an example, if I was like a construction worker, and eventually I started to figure out I can hit a nail, you know, a lot quicker if I do it a certain way. Eventually, I'm gonna start doing it that way, and then it becomes easy to me, you know. So it's hard work, but it's easy to me, and it's a build up. So if you're searching for independence, it's going to take time, but within that time, it's going to take a little bit of work. You know, put a little bit of work in. Yes, I understand that, you know, you guys might be working a job and things like that, or you guys might be working for somebody else. Let me not say a job. Let me say working for somebody else, and you want to, you know, branch off and your own and create your own stability. You know, you want to kind of like have a garden, right? You know, like a garden. We can always go to the grocery store, but a lot of people plant gardens because they want their own stability. They want to be able to depend on themselves, and that's called being independent. So if you guys are in a situation where you want to be independent and currently you work for somebody else and you're receiving financial gain from somebody else and you want to receive that directly to your bank account from another client or things like that, then let's just look at the things that you're good at, right? If you got to work for somebody else to receive financial gain to pay your bills for the time being, cool. Then on the side, you know what I'm saying, we have 24 hours in a day. Let's just see how we can make it work. You know, even if you work 2 days out of the week on your own business and things like that. So just independent. Also, this could apply to growing your fruits and vegetables. If you have the space, if you don't stress about it too much. You know, they have large farms out here, but I will suggest if you can. We've tried it. You know, currently it's not really working as great, but we're trying. You know what I mean? But it's a nice thing to look into because when you get the opportunity, you can definitely plant some fruits and vegetables. Also with the job thing, if you get some opportunities, you can definitely make room for some type of business, some type of thing. Remember, when it comes down to building a business, all you're doing is providing value to a client. You know, whatever it is that you do, as long as you can provide some value to them, it works out, right? So I'm seeking that you guys want to be independent. Let's see what else we got. All right, next one we have is war horn, a symbol of vigilance and wariness. The Akabian is a horn used to sound a battle cry, right? So you could be like in a battle with either yourself. I know a lot of people say facing demons and all of that stuff. You could be feeling like that. You know what I mean? You could be feeling like you're battling your dreams and your journeys. Like it's hard to obtain your goals these days. You know why? Because it's like you got so much people that's doing the same thing you're doing, you know? And there's so much people that, okay, even like for an example, it's a lot easier to probably build a business these days than it is to get a stable job. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of competition out here, you know? But when it comes down to these type of situations, we got to remember, when it comes down to a battle, it's not about it's not about who shoots or stabs who first, or like who wins the first war or the first little exactly, this is a war. It's not about who wins the first battle. I think that there's a battle. One used to say, okay, yeah. So when it comes on to war, it's not about who wins the first little fight, right? Or a battle, whatever. It's not about who wins the first little fight. It's about like the overextended, you know, the end of the war. Like people don't really talk about let's say World War II. Nobody's gonna say so and so or this person killed this person. Like people's gonna say who won the whole war. You know, so I think it's important to mention that when you guys are going through these little moments, or you guys are feeling very depressed or very very eager to win, but you're feeling like you're drained, you're fatigued, you probably got so much things you got to do, I say just take it one step at a time, right? To win the war, you know what I mean? To win the overallness. Like, for an example, if you got to go ahead and take a break, like say you're really fatigued or things like that, right? If you got to go ahead and go for a walk, do something that's going to like actually bring you happiness. Do something that's like your hobby. Like if you like to draw or paint and things like that, do something like that that's going to bring you happiness, right? Not something that you think is going to bring you happiness. Not like watching TV or like taking a nap. I mean, that could help, but I would say find a hobby that you really enjoy doing that could really bring you that joy, and that will help you balance out the stress level and the happiness level, right? So it will match the energy. It would. When you're stressed out and you do something you really enjoy, like basketball or something, what you do is you come back to normal, because you're so stressed out that a little bit of happiness will level it off. You guys know what I'm saying? Try it out one day, it'll work. But yeah, you're in it to win the battle, not the little. I mean the war, not the little battle, right? I know this is battle cry, but not the little battle. You're in it to win the war, right? So longevity is key. Make sure that you guys like I said, you can put them little practices into play if you're feeling depressed. Do something you genuinely love, and hopefully that balance the energy out so that you can keep going. Because it's not about who wins that first little fight. It's about if you win the whole wars. And the whole war obviously is you continuing to do what you're doing, or switching it up. Whatever you do, whatever your journey is. Like if you're, like I said, if you're here trying to gain peace, then we got to keep going until it's the very last end. You know, and I don't want to sound like somebody that's telling you keep going type of thing, but I do want to encourage you guys, right? So we have relax. So this could pop up for you, as I did mention. Sleep was or could have been an option regarding the war horn card previously, regarding like you stressed out and things like that. So this could be confirmation for you guys to relax, take a day. Maybe I ain't saying, well, I can't say for you guys to take, well, look. If you can and it's optional, take a day off. You know what I mean? But if you feel like you want to do your thing, if you're gonna relax, I encourage you guys to relax in like one of them like rooms, like just a room with no TV, no television, no nothing. You know what I mean? And because really get your mind right, because a lot of things we do, a lot of things that our feelings, like okay, your brain and stuff, right? It controls your feelings, right? If somebody says something to you, when you hear it, it's going to signal in your brain a certain feeling, which is going to transfer to your body. Like if somebody says something nasty to you, you're going to get pissed off because your brain thinks it that way. So I encourage you guys to relax your mind, right? You don't really want to, you believe that we got to relax our bodies, but the truth is we got to relax our minds. So when you're sitting there watching TV, your mind's not relaxed. It's still focused on gaining new information. And you want to relax your mind, especially when you're stressed out, because that's what controls all your nervous systems and things like that. So make sure you guys are going in a room, sitting down, chilling on the couch, and just kind of just reflecting on life, or just reading a book even. Not even reading a book. If you're really stressed out, just sit there and think about your life. Think about all the things you've accomplished. Think about all the positive things to bring you back to life. Even if you got to take 15 minutes or, you know, before you go to this job and things like that. Because I understand with when you work for somebody else, you really can't gain the breaks where you really need them. You know what I mean? You can gain them when you want. You could choose ahead of time, but you really can't get them exactly when you need them. So it's important, if you guys do work somewhere where, you know, it's hard for you or it's stressful, take some time off, or take 15 minutes before you go there, before you even start your task, and just reflect, just think ahead. And then after you get off, you could take a couple minutes to just chill off. Like I said, not really watching TV and not really doing an activity, but more so just thinking about putting your mind on the right track, right? Because you have a goal, we all have a goal, we got to meet, we all got principles and priorities we got to handle, so let's just keep that in mind, right? Okay, let's see what else we have for the Capricorns. Okay, the next one we have is expand into wonder, right? And this could be like confirmation for the last card regarding the relaxing card. You know, use your mind to explore new places, right? You can go further, meaning thinking ahead, meaning planning for the future. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of people think about where they're trying to go in life, like actually have a plan in their mind. Like, okay, I'm gonna go here. It's kind of like a tally in the mind. Like, yo, okay, I'm gonna go here. You feel me? I'm gonna do this. And then some people, they like to reflect on the past. I like to do both. I like to see where I'm gonna head in life with everything that I'm doing today, And then I like to go back on the past because I reflect on all them accomplishments that I've accomplished. And they're not a lot compared to, they're not really a lot. They don't have to be a lot. What it is it's just then one or two things that really pop, like graduating or whatever the case is, or, you know, completing any goal that you had, right? You're just like, all right, cool, I'm got this in my head. Moving forward, I can take this information with me and I can apply that to my new journey, you know? So this is expanding into wonder. This is just expanding your mind and not necessarily needing materials or objects around the room to do it for you, but you're doing it for yourself. Okay. I hope this information helps you guys. I use this on a daily basis. I can only give you guys what I use, so hopefully this helps. What else for the Capricorns? All right, next what we have is embrace the flow of life. Yeah, things are going to happen like a roller coaster ride, go up and down. But one thing we can do, once you guys start expanding your mind, for my Capricorns, make sure that you guys, like in each situation, just pay attention to what's going on. And like, cause like life is what you make it, you know, and it's a lot of little things that happen in life that we sometimes overlook. So just look around, just like really analyze a lot of different things, right? Because what happens is you can learn from different situations that you don't even really peep before, right? So it's important also that we give time for ourselves to expand, but also we want to be on a focus level, right, throughout life, because like things are gonna go up and down, right? But what I encourage for people to do is, in each situation, whether it be positive or negative, take something from it, right? Take something from it. I don't care what it might be, but just take something positive from it, if that makes sense. Like say something happened, and I'm not going to jinx nothing, so let's just say something happened negatively, right? I want you to just take something from it. Whatever you can. Try to find a lesson within it, right? You know the term, there's a blessing in a lesson, or, you know, it's a blessing in disguise, something like that. Sometimes things are covered, sometimes things are really unique and they're covered in something that, you know, we didn't see them to be covered in. So just keep that in mind, because you're always going to have up and down moments, but it's important to take from it. That way you don't feel like you're being taken from. You feel like, because see, your life is the most important of everything. So as long as you have your life, you still got everything in the world. You can still obtain anything and things like that, right? But when it comes down to a situation where you felt like things was taken from you, you can analyze that and then try to retain a lesson or something from it. That way, moving forward, you could feel like, okay, I have something. Or not even feel like it, but you would have another lesson, and you can use that, or you will, naturally, you will use that into your day-to-day lives. It's kind of like when you first learn to read, and then moving forward, you read every stop sign. You didn't have to think about reading after that. You just read it, you know? So it's like that. You finding a lesson within that destruction or within that positive situation, and you're taking that with you. So that way, anything that was taken from you, you're able to replace it with an even bigger reward, which is knowledge. Which knowledge is key. Knowledge is power. Y'all know how that goes, right? So yeah, embrace the flow of life. And that's one of the best ways I can say embrace it, is to learn something from every experience, right? That's going to be it for the Capricorns. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys on the next spiritual message.